Yes. Yeah. So we'll be starting today very star verse. Again, this was used by the Prabhupada many times in his preaching lectures. Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Prapandante Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sa Durlabaha. So Bahunam Jalmanam Ante. So after many, Bahunam means many, and Jalmanam means many repeated births. So after many births and many days, a person takes from the time immemorial, we have been taking innumerable, unlimited number of birth in all 8.4 lakh species. But after many such births, somebody who actually gains the knowledge, Jnanavan. What is Jnanavan? The one who, first of all, what is Jnanavan? The Jnanavan is any knowledge not related to any material advancement. There are many types of knowledge. There is science, there is physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, psychology, logic, and so on. But that is not knowledge. That is not knowledge. In Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna himself speaks to Uddhava. In the 11th canto, he says, Kim vidatte kimachaste kimadhyanu kimikalpayeta. Iti asya hridayam loko na anyo madaveda kasyana. Mam vidatte adimattate mam vikalpayati. So here Lord Krishna tells Uddhava, you see, nobody knows what is knowledge. यहाँ मेरे पास एक हिंदी का लेक्चर है किसी का, just still भगवान उद्धव को बोलते हैं, किसी आचार्य का लेक्चर है कि उद्धव कर्म क्या है, ज्ञान क्या है, ये मेरे सिवा कोई नहीं जानता. Uddhava, what is karma, what is jnana, what is knowledge? Nobody knows without me. वेद पढ़ने वालों को ही नहीं जान सकता. Those who are learning Veda, they also don't know what is jnana, what is karma. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atmabhakta govindamadi purusham tamaham. Even those who read Vedas, they also don't understand. Only I can understand. Keval मैं जानता हूँ. Then Uddhava says, Maharaj, tell me in short, what is jnana, what is dharma, what is karma? तो भगवान बताते हैं, जो कर्म मेरे निमित्त होता है, the work which is done for me, that is only karma. जो ज्ञान मेरे लिए होता है और मेरे संबंधी होता है, वो ही असली ज्ञान है. Knowledge which is related to me, that is only knowledge. Bhakti जो मेरे संबंधी है, वही भक्ति है. That is divine service which is only for me, that is only divine service. No other service is devotional service. और वही धर्मात्मा है जो भगवान का भक्त है. रामायण वही कहते हैं, धर्मपरायण सोई कुलत्राता रामचरण चाकर मनराता. We give many designations, dharmatma, mahatma. These designations are applicable only to those who are the devotees of the Lord Krishna. भगवान आगे बोलते हैं, रामायण में आता है, योग योग ज्ञान अज्ञानु जहां नहीं राम प्रेम परधारू. वह योग भी कुयोग है, वो योग नहीं है. वो ज्ञान भी अज्ञान है, वो धर्म भी अधर्म है, जहां मेरा संबंध नहीं है. Where I am not connected, that is religion. Where I am not connected, that is ignorance. When I am not there, that is viyog, that is kuyog, that is not योग. So भगवान यहाँ अपनी महत्ता बता रहे हैं और बता रहे कि ये जो वर्ड है, बहुनाम जन्मनाम अंते ज्ञानवान प्रपंदन्ते, one who becomes entirely equipped with the knowledge of Krishna, he only can surrender, no otherwise. So bahunam jalmanamante jnanavan prapandante vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sa durlabha. Lekin such types of mahatmas, such type of devotees, such types of pure devotees are very rare. They are very rare in sa durlabha. Vasudeva means what? Vasudeva means who is providing everywhere. So one who understands after many births that he knows that I am the cause of all causes and he knows that Vasudeva is pervading everywhere. That Lord Krishna also says, Yoma pashyanti sarvatra, sarvatra mahi cha pashyanti, tasyaham cha pranashyami, sacha mena pranashyati. जो मुझे सब जगह देखता है और मुझमें सबको देखता है. Not only Prahlad, for example, used to see Lord everywhere. Is खम्बे में है? He says, yes, खम्बे में है. And the Lord appeared from the pillar also. So one who sees me everywhere and sees me everything in me, not only is everywhere, but he sees that everywhere is me, everywhere is made in me. One who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, such person is never lost to me and I am his. So Yoma pashyanti sarvatra, Swaram jamahi pashyanti, tasyaham na pranashyami, sacha mena pranashyati. That is Lord's statement in the Gita also. Then there are like that many, there are verses in Bhagavatam also. Maya tatam idam sarva jagata vyaktena mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitaha. By me, my entire manifested form, this entire universe is provided. All beings are me, everybody is with me, but I am not in there. So these are the statements. Again he says, Ham sarvasya prabhaho mattaha sarva pravartate iti matva bhajante mam. Buddha. Buddha means intelligent person. So Lord says, who is intelligent? Who is Jnanavan? The word Jnanavan which has come here, Lord says, one who understands that Aham sarvasya prabhaho mattaha sarva pravartate iti matva bhujanti mam buddha bhava samadhita. That person only is intelligent who understands that everything is created by me. Whether this spiritual world or whether this material world is created by me only. Not only that, I am also maintaining it, annihilating it. Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate characharam. That under my presidentship, this entire universe is being run. So one who understands this, Lord says, then he what is called as, he is nothing but Jnanavan. So Jnanavan, he is that person, clearly, that who has got all these qualifications. In the Bhagavad Gita also we'll find the Lord also in the 10th chapter, he's also saying the same thing. Bhagavan, Arjuna is a Mahatma. So he is also a Dharmatma. So what he says, Param Brahma, Param Dhamam, Pavitram Param Bhavan, Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adiryam Ajam Vibhum. Arjuna says, you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, you are absolute truth, you are eternal, you are transcendental, you are original, you are unborn, you are greatest. So all these qualifications which are there in the God are been stated in all types of whether Bhagavatam or Upanishad or Gita, everywhere they are stated. So Prabhupada says one who is convinced about all these facts, he is what is called as Jnanavan. And once he attains that stage, then that is the time for him to get surrendered. See, unless we surrender, unless we know somebody is great and how much is great, we will not surrender. So Prabhupada said this can happen after many, many births, not one birth. That is why I said, Bahunam Jalmanam Ante. After taking many, many births, having many deaths, one who gets the knowledge, complete knowledge about Krishna, then he is ready to get surrendered. Prapandanti. Then he can prapan. Before that, he will not like or he would not be in a position to surrender because he has not understood or he has not got the full knowledge of the Lord. And then he understood Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Vasudeva sab kuch hai. And Bhagavan, all pervading Vasudeva is everything. There is nothing beyond him. He is only Mahatma. And such persons is also called as Mahatma. And then he is ready for surrender. So without that time, till that time, surrender is not possible. But is it a fact? Sometimes it is also possible. Some cases it may take many births. But some cases, there are cases, instances are there, where this surrender has taken place. See, the example of the Maharaj, he immediately, within 1 second, he got the, anybody remember the name of the person who, name of the Maharaj? 1 or 2 seconds, he immediately got, he was a total Nastik. He was atheist. And he immediately surrendered. Within 1 or 2 seconds, he got Bhagavad Prapti. Bahunam Jalmanam, he did not have to take I have many turns. Immediately he was surrendered because he got full knowledge of the Lord. That is, I now exactly don't remember the name. Anybody remember that? One who immediately he got the knowledge of the Lord and immediately surrendered. Sarvan Kushta, I don't exactly remember. Then you see Dhruva Maharaj, 6 months only, maximum of 6 or 7 months he could surrender. So not that everybody has to take many births. There are instances where you find some second, few hours or few days, or even some few many births also have taken, so that Lord can be understood and that person has even immediately surrendered. There are many things to state, but I will just go through some of the lectures of the Srila Prabhupada. We'll just go through. This lecture was given in New York, 1966. What Prabhupada says, Bahunam means many births. Spiritual realization is not achieved in one birth. If one is fortunate, he can achieve it 1 second. See, their example is, if somebody is fortunate, he can achieve it in 1 second also, he can achieve it. So the Bahunam Jalmanamante is a general term. There are some devotees who achieved in 1 second also, they achieved this perfection. But generally it takes many years and many births to realize what is God, what is the absolute truth. Krishna also says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarva pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samanvita. I am the origin of everything. So if you believe that Krishna is everything, and if you surrender, then whole account is closed in 1 second. So those who get this knowledge and implement practically in their life, then the account is closed in, Prabhupada says, 1 second. I remember the name of the person is Khatwang Maharaj. Khatwang Maharaj got the Bhagavad Prapti, got relation in 1 second, and 1 second he went to his dham. So whole account is closed in 1 second. But if you don't believe, I want to see what is actually God, then you have to go by stages. First realization, the impersonal Brahman, effulgence. Then second realization is a Paramatma. And third is, of course, the Bhagavan. And Brahmeti, Paramatmeti iti, Bhagavan iti, Shabdati, that is stated in Bhagavatam also. That those who want to go by step, they will first understand what is called as Brahma, that is effulgence. Then further advancement is Paramatma, all pervading Lord in the heart of all organisms. And third is actually Sakar, that is Roop, that is Bhagavan. So those who mentally calculate, they have to go by, they take very long time because they go by this Brahma, Paramatma, and then it is Bhagavan. So if those who are inquisitive or who are philosophers continue this research, work to understand God, then there will be a time after many births. So for those persons who are philosophers, those who are inquisitive nature, they will inquire with so many personalities, with spiritual master, or they will read from the scriptures, and they will slowly try to understand. For them, God realization, it will take many births. For them, it is Bahunam Jalmanam Ante. So then there will be time after many births. Bahunam Jalmanam Ante, not immediately. When they will come to the conclusion. So Bahunam Jalmanam Ante Dhyanavan. Dhyanavan means those, Prabhupada says, who are in knowledge, not fools. Dhyana means knowledge, and one means one who has this knowledge. So what is that knowledge? Knowledge in respect of only Krishna. So he is called Dhyanavan. Dhyanavan Mam Prapandanti. At the end of this research work, he finds that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the destination and the root of everything. And when he fully understands this by philosophical research, then what does he do? Then he understands Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Vasudeva is another name of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vasudeva means one who lives everywhere. Vasudevam Sarvamiti. When he understands that he is the Supreme Lord and the root of everything, then what does he do? Mameva prapandante. Then he surrenders. That surrendering process is the ultimate goal. Whether you do it immediately or do it by research work, in many births, the process and ultimate goal is that you have to surrender, knowing you are great. I am your subordinate. That is the process. So in all this lecture, Prabhupada telling one thing, that whether we can feel the God, whether we can understand the God relation can be done in a few seconds or few minutes, or it will take many births also. That will depend upon whether you are a philosopher, whether you are a speculator, whether you are a logic standard, or you are inquisitive in nature. But there are who totally believe in the God, immediately get Mamcho Vabicharena Bhakti Yogana Sevate. That is immediately they got immediately. There is no, as Khatwag Maharaj, he was atheist, but he understood the greatness of the Lord, and 1 second, 2 seconds, he got God relation. So it depends upon person to person, depends upon the devotee, and of course that is to be guided by bona fide expert spiritual master. Tasmad Guru Prapandet. Tasmad Guru Prapandet. So you should approach a spiritual master who is disciple succession. Shabde Parecha Nishnant, who is not only expert in theory, who is expert in the practical, who is able to convince us that Vasudeva Sarmiti, that Vasudeva is only thing. So in that case, if you have got a spiritual master who is expert in making to know that Vasudeva is everything, then also it can be understood. So Prabhupada in all lectures, he only saying that this God relation is possible few minutes, few seconds, or it can also take many births. Now, once Prabhupada was lecturing on the same, and one person, one devotee asked the question. He said, according to Tibetan Buddhism, he said, we are allowed 72,000 years in the human form of life for getting out of the material entanglement. This is very important. This is given. Shastra Buddhism says that total form of human life which is given to a human being is only 72,000 years. And one has to try within that period only, that he has to come out of that and he has to close the case of Jalma Mrityu Jaravat. But the question that person asked, that he wondered what happened if someone were not liberated within that 72,000 year period. Within that 72,000 period also he is not liberated, then he will continue to be in the other yonis and he will never get a. That was his question. The Prabhupada answer is, Prabhupada is actually not, he says, in this position, ultimately I have to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead after many births. And I get information from Bhagavad Gita that simply by surrendering unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I become a wise man. Then why not surrender immediately? Why shall I wait for 72,000 years? Let me do it immediately. That is wisdom. That is intelligence. So Prabhupada answered to that person who is devotee, who asking the question, that according to the Tibetan Buddhism, 72,000 years is the period given for only for human form of life. If he is able to get himself freed from that time, it is all right. Otherwise, he will remain to continue in the 8.4 lakh species without human form of life. And then the Prabhupada says, if it is so, then Bhagavad Gita is telling us that Bhagavad Gita when tells us that he is everything. Firstly, he says that if this is the position that ultimately I have to surrender unto the Supreme Godhead after many births, and I get information from Bhagavad Gita that simply by surrendering unto the Supreme Godhead, I become a wise man. So Prabhupada is telling that person, if I know from the Bhagavad Gita, just by surrendering to Lord, I can become a wise, I can become an intelligent person. And why to take 72,000 years? Why to take 72 years also? You can take only 72 hours. You can take only 1 hour and surrender. That is his answer to the Prabhupada to that. And that is real intelligence. So Prabhupada is only debating that to a philosopher, to an inquisitive person, or a mental speculator, it may take many, many births, but those who are really intelligent, those who are wise persons, they can take within time, within second, within minute, or within a hour also. So that was like that. There are many questions are asked. It's a very long lectures are there. But today I am also not feeling well. I would like to close here only. I'm sorry. Uh,